at Gillette Stadium. Ashland is the Super Bowl champion of Division 6 and the winner of the Aganis Trophy.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Loring Arena and Ashland Boys Hockey on WACA-TV, your exclusive home for Ashland High School sports. Tonight's Tri-Valley League matchup features the 10-2-2 Hopkinton Hillers against your 3-7-3 Ashland Clockers. I'm Josh Abrams, and joining me above center ice is Peter Clay.
How we doing? Good
to have you here.
Great to be here. Thanks.
Making your season debut here on WACA.
Yeah, fantastic.
So, Pete, these two teams skated to a 3-3 tie back in December, but they've been on two very different paths since then. Walk us through it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Clockers' last win came back on January 20th against Dedham. 5-3 win. Since then, they've lost their last two games. Looks like they're having a little trouble getting the puck in the net. 7-2 loss to Norwood, 3-0 to Norton. And we're off.
Okay, we'll come back to their paths at the next stoppage. We're underway here in the first period. Hopkinton quickly on the break. Centering pass, shot, blocked aside, and Connor Reed right on top of it to force the stoppage. Just 12 seconds gone by here in the first period, and already some exciting action. We're going to get a defensive zone faceoff for the Clockers. Hillers win the faceoff, trying to set things up. Clockers grab it on the far wing, but turn back over. Here come the Hillers. Shot right on, blocked
big
aside.
Save. That's a big save.
Puck is loose in front. Reed gets across and makes the save in time. And
they iced it out.
A quick icing call correctly made by Mr. Peter Clay.
They're going to change this up a little bit, see if they get a little more pep in their step out there.
Yeah, a little bit back on their heels, the Clockers were through that first exchange. So we're back in the defensive zone, the opposite dot this time. Looks like Liam Fitzsimon's taking the draw here for the Clockers. The Hillers draw it back to the point. Shot right on.
Big shot.
Connor Reed with another save. Hillers, again, just dominating play here so far, and the Clockers guilty of another icing.
Looks like they're going to start getting something going here. We'll see what happens.
So it is senior night here tonight, but pregame festivities honoring the team's 9 seniors. Just a wonderful tribute to the players, and see if they can somehow come up with a win here tonight against Hopkinton. Got a false draw here. Let's see if anybody gets booted from the circle. Nope. So Fitzsimons again up against Hopkinton's Wyatt Iantoska.
Fitzsimons wins the face-off. I'm trying to work it out.
There's a bad turnover right in front of the net. Hillers have it go behind. Looking, dumps behind the net. Rubbed out in the corner. Puck tied up. Hillers come away with it on the far wing. Back up to the point. Dump back behind the net as everybody gives chase to the near corner. Hillers just pass. Doing a great job. Clockers cannot get a stick on the puck so far. That one got banged home. A quick goal there by number 24, Aiden Kaleri for the Hillers, and they draw first blood at 13:49 here in the first period.
That is quite a whirlwind right there. Clockers are looking like they're standing around a little bit. Let's get the lead out here.
Absolutely, Pete. So bring it back here to center ice. Quick 1-0 lead here for the Hillers.
Tim Dwayne's going to take the face off here. See if we can get some possession here, get it down the other end of the ice. Would be nice.
Absolutely. Dwayne flanked by Chase Garcia as well as Nick Connors. And the puck for the first time tonight enters into the Hopkins zone, but quickly taken back out. That's Connors with it on the wing. Had get driven off the puck. Hillers recover at their own blue line. Quick line change there for the Clockers. Puck loose at center ice. Clockers gather in. Quick little pass. Nice little touch pass. Clockers gain the zone. Dumped behind the net by Garcia. Hillers come away with it, and off they go to center ice. Cross ice pass. 2-on-2 at center ice. Attempted crisscross dump pass. Blocked aside and read beautifully by the Clockers. Now they've got a 2-on-2.
Tim Dwayne's coming down on the right. Takes a shot. It's tipped away. And if they're going to clear it back out here, Hopkinton is. Nice body check there. Get the puck back down.
Okay, no icing call here as the Hillers make a full line change. Clockers tried to catch him sleeping, didn't quite work out. The puck eludes Jack Grimes all the way down. Hillers gain control behind their own net. Dumped over to the near wing. Missed check by Ryan Abkunis.
Putting a little pressure, was able to keep it in the zone. He got knocked out of the zone now.
So that was Braddock who tried to put it on net, got knocked aside, and the puck trickles out to center ice. Grimes directs it over the blue line, and the Hillers gather. It's a long, hard pass that gets right past a Hiller, but he's right on top of it. Braddock eliminates him from the play. Clockers gain the zone now, dumped in. First man to it is Abkunis. Hillers continue to dominate though as the puck got blocked aside and right in the slot. And Jake Brown couldn't keep that in. And here's another 2-on-2 flying at center ice is number 6, Connor Merkel for the Hillers. Clockers come away with it. Their dump out to the point, kept in, and then rubbed out. That was a big check by Killian Painter, I believe. This clear does work. Clockers get it all the way up to center ice and over the Hopkinton blue line. Quick line changes here for both teams. Good forecheck there by the Clockers. Might have been Fitzsimons there, and here's a break for the Hillers, all behind the net. Dinsdale gets to it, dumps it out to center ice. The Clockers give chase as the Hillers gather in. Oh, almost a bad turnover there at the blue line. The Hillers escape that one. This one gets dumped out over the glass, and we'll get a stoppage with 11:07 to go. Clockers down 1-0.
Man, I'll tell you, it looks like Hopkinton is speedy as usual.
Absolutely, Pete. And we didn't get a chance to say it in the pregame, but again, the Hillers are ranked number 21 right now in the MIAA Division II power rankings. Just 3 regular season games left for them. And here come the Hillers. Shot on.
Big save.
Blocked aside there, and a follow-up save by Reet. Clockers able to clear the zone. Hillers dump it right back in. Centering pass knocked aside. Clockers have it out to center ice. Puck gets turned over and over again. Clockers end up with it for a moment, and now here come the Hillers. 2-on-2, but they got a moment. Shot on.
Another nice save.
Reed saw it all the way, covers up, as you said, Pete. 10.5 to go here in the first period. Hillers up 1-0.
The Hillers, I'll tell you, they look pretty good. They're standing up for their 10-2 record.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Flying around.
Okay, face-off.
Yep, we won the face-off again there, Ashland did.
Okay, it was Ryan Abkunis. The puck now with Jack Grimes, taking it behind his own net. Trying to find Jake Brown, and does, out to center ice. Bodies flying everywhere right in front of the Hopkinton bench, and the puck squirts all the way down behind the net.
That's a clean clear in.
Absolutely. Hillers playing around with it a little bit in their own end. Some good forechecking here by the Clockers, keeping it in the Hopkinton defensive zone. First one to it is Abkunis.
Tried to throw it in the middle. There was nobody there. Oh, it was kept in.
Oh, yep. They waved off. No offsides there. The play continues. Hillers will again try to clear the zone. This might be like a number 3 line or something. They seem to be struggling in a way that hadn't been happening before. And we do have a whistle here. It looks like a slashing call. And it's going to go against the Clockers as Dean Reap heads to the bench with a 2-minute minor.
Well, that'll put them at a little disadvantage here. They're going to have to work a little harder on the defensive end here now.
Absolutely. Again, the Hillers have been flying since the first drop of the puck. We're 9:45 to go now in the first period. So far, it's been, I don't know if the Clockers have a registered shot on net. And here go the Hillers with the man advantage for the next 2 minutes. Offensive zone face-off. Hillers control.
What a save.
Okay, here we go. Hillers going to cycle right back, completely controlling the puck. Clockers in something of a box here. Shot from the top of the slot, whistles wide.
Looking to just clear it out. There we go.
I thought he might have stick handled that one too many times, but got away with it. That was Braddock with it, the defenseman. Some forechecking here by the Clockers. Now they're going to have to hustle back to get back to their own blue line. Might be a delay off sides here. Nope, they're going to wave it off. And the Clockers do clear, and the Hillers gather at their own blue line. Quickly right back ahead and knocked right back out by co-captain Jake Brown. And we've got a break here for the Clockers. Quick backhand. Not much on it, but it is a shot on net.
That was Jake Brown. Oh, no, I take that back. That was Ryan Apunis with a quick shot.
That shot just whistles wide far side, and he had some twine there to hit. Just shot it wide of the post. Under a minute to go on the Ashland penalty. 8:35 and counting in the first period. Hillers up by 1 with a scoring attempt blocked aside. Desperate attempt by the Clocker defenseman makes it, clears it out of the zone, and here's another break for the Clockers.
It's Jack Grimes trying to make a move through the middle. Loses his mitt.
Lost a glove along the way and the puck. Hillers recover. 30 seconds to go on the penalty. And here come the Hillers gaining the blue line, going right on in and knocked aside. Nice defensive play by Dan Kelly, but this one gets thrown back in front and knocked aside. 15 seconds to go on the penalty now as the Hillers gather in. Shot blocked aside. Another quick shot. Reed beats that one. Clockers can't clear. It's still loose with under 10 seconds to go on the penalty. Nice tie up along the boards, and that will do it for the penalty as Reed comes out of the penalty box.
It's a nice clear by Nick Connors.
I'll tell you what, the Clockers actually look better on that shorthanded, being shorthanded than they were full strength. 7:35 and counting in the first period. Hillers with the puck, gather the blue line, thrown right in. Connor knocks that one easily aside with the board, with the blocker. So Hillers continue to cycle. The Clockers end up with it. That's Reed.
Reed was looking up the middle.
Right on the tape to Connors, I believe. The puck winds up in the Hillers zone, and that's Reed tracking it down. He's tying up with 2 Hillers down there. Bodies continue to fly. That centering attempt blocked aside, and the Hillers carry out to center ice. Dumped in, right in on Connors, so a shot on goal there as the Hillers make a line change. Okay. Braddock able to clear the zone. Almost gets it ahead there, but the Hillers intercept, dumped right back into the Clocker defensive end. 6:40 to go in the first period. Still 1-0 Hillers. Garsha has trouble clearing that one out. Here come the Hillers, winding around, shot right in. Looked like a stuff attempt that went awry. Puck is still out. Tied up on the near side. Clockers try to clear, kept in for a moment, and then out to center ice.
Garces in chase here. See if we can get a quick clear back in. And that might be a quick clear in. No icing on the play.
No icing.
Ashland's just trying to get a couple of passes put together here. It'd be nice.
Sure, absolutely. There's a shot on goal by Fitzsimons.
Fitzsimons flying down here on the side.
Okay, there goes Dan Kelly together behind his own net. 5:49 to go in the first period.
Another change up by, an errant pass there.
Yeah, he was under pressure behind the net, threw it out into the slot, and there was only a Hiller there to gather it. It all goes for naught as the Clockers regain control, lifted up to center ice. Almost a high stick there with a Clocker stick and a Hiller glove. No call here, though, and the Clockers continue. Puck dumped in. Clearing attempt fanned. Centering pass knocked aside. Hiller still with it. To elect to go behind the net with it. Good forecheck there. Dean Reep knocked it off the stick for a moment. The Hillers still have it, and they will carry out the center ice, but they don't have numbers. Kelly plays the body. Puck goes all the way back out to the Hopkinton blue line where they'll recover, and the Clockers make a line change. Under 5 to go in the first period. Hillers up 1-0. First to the net. First to the puck behind the net, I should say. Centering attempt knocked aside. Hillers with a one-timer from the point. Sails high and wide. Clockers recover behind the net. Try to dump out. It's not out yet. Not cleared.
Get it out.
Kelly will try again. He gets ridden off in the corner. Puck loose at the near side. Nice steering attempt there by 16 on Hopkinton. That was Parker Wynn.
We almost had a little breakout there by Jack Grimes. Just got a little bit away from him. Dean
Reep got tied up for a moment right in front of his own bench. But we continue. A fan attempt there. That was Dean Reeve fanning with it. Dumps it back the other way for Bradica. He works it ahead.
Grimes trying to make another move here.
He had a nice little deke to avoid the check and carry the puck out. But the Hillers recover. Throw it right back out to the Clocker blue line. Had to be careful. Too many men there. There were a lot of players right in front of the bench.
And it chipped in on net.
Yep, we'll get a stoppage of play as that Ryan Abkunis wrister gets eaten up by goaltender Steven Jackson for the Hillers. So, haven't had a lot of stoppages in this first period.
Not a lot of stoppages, and it's nice to see that Ashland's starting to pick it up a little bit.
Absolutely. Going end-to-end, a rare offensive zone face-off for the Clockers here with 3:48 to go in the first period. Hillers win the draw. Not kept in. Clockers will go for the delay offsides and win it. Hillers gather behind their own net. Centering pass right on the stick, right on the tape. The Hillers carry right on through, zooming into the zone, into the corner now, looking up to the point. Nope, dump behind the net. Again, every time there's a loose puck, it always seems to be a Hillers, the first one to it here in
They are moving
in
fast.
The defensive zone. The Clockers trickle this one out to center ice to clear it. And they also try to regroup, but the Clockers again gather it, but they're still on their heels just a little bit here.
They're trying to put something together here, and it seems like they're just a little tentative at the moment. Not quite sure why.
Hillers with some speed, just 1-on-3 there. That pass goes nowhere, and the Clockers elect to just dump out to center ice and all the way down. We're 2:45 to go in the period. Hillers up 1-0 as play continues. Hillers behind their own net, dumped all the way out to center ice, and
not sure if he touched that. Yeah, they're going to call that an icing.
Yeah, the lead official there for a moment looked like he's going to wave it off, kind of took a peek over his shoulder and was told he better call it. So nice break here for the Clockers if they can win the offensive zone draw here, Pete.
Yeah, we got just a couple minutes left in this first period, and if we could just put something together, it would be nice to tie the game up.
Okay, so Liam Fitzsimons will take the draw here for the Clockers. He's flanked by, I think, LaRoe and Connors.
Another icing. Another icing by Hopkinton. Ashland will take that, bring it back down to their end.
I'll tell you what, like this, this whole thing with icing, I'm used to icing in the pros. Like, you actually had to go back there and touch up.
Oh, back in the day?
Back in the day. Because I'll tell you what, Hopkinton was going to win that foot race.
Few injuries happened back in the day when that was occurring. Good to see them not doing that anymore.
Yeah, between that and when the posts were bolted into the ice. Remember that?
Ah, the good old days.
No helmets.
All right, now we're pushing it. That's before our time for the most part.
Here come the Hillers flying right in on net, and a centering pass doesn't connect. 2:16 to go. Shot from the point goes nowhere.
That's a big save.
Hillers continue to cycle. Just pass, doing a great job moving the puck here in the offensive zone. This one, it doesn't work out. Clocker's able to stick check it out to center ice. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first period with the Hillers clinging to a 1-0 lead.
Fitzsimons with a nice breakup.
Yeah, going to lead to an offsides call against the Hillers. So neutral zone face-off coming up with 1:49 to go in the first period. You're watching Ashland Boys Hockey on WACA-TV. Thanks for joining us here on the live stream. If you're watching, let us know where you are around the country or around the world. If you're a family member or a friend, let us know who you're rooting for the Clockers. We'll be happy to give you a shout-out. We are monitoring comments here on YouTube on WACA-TV. Back underway with under a minute 45 to go in the first period. Hillers up 1-0. Puck in the Hiller defensive zone, but they will carry out. Turn quickly back over. This one's loose in the air at center ice and kicked into the Hiller zone by Dean Reap. He's looking a little frustrated. I think he took a shot there.
That probably didn't tickle.
Hiller's moving it around. Minute 20 to go now. Puck is still not out.
Oh, Dean almost chucked that thing right in. Almost tipped it right in. Somebody's blowing a tire out there, number 18 on Hopkinton.
Yeah, all of a sudden now the Hillers seem to be on their heels just a little bit. They're getting a little sloppy in their own zone. The Clockers are not able to connect. So under a minute to go here in the first period. Puck deep in the Hiller end. Some good forechecking by the Clockers.
Oh.
The Hillers continue to create opportunities for the Clockers in the offensive zone. And we are going to get a whistle there.
Might be a boarding penalty. I'm not quite sure what they're going to call there.
Dan Abkunis hit the ice and all the way slid into the boards.
Yeah.
So a 2-minute minor here with 46.3 seconds to go in the first period and an offensive zone faceoff for the Clockers with the power play.
It was a good move by him, trucking his stick out of the way. You don't want to go up against the boards with that thing in your hand.
Absolutely. Probably also helped to get the draw the officials' attention to get the penalty.
A little bit. But so it definitely was.
On the power play, Ryan Abkunis will take the draw. He's got Dan Kelly back at the point. Tied up at the circle, and the Hillers immediately ice it right in on Connor Reed. He's going to play it for Dan Kelly with 39 seconds and counting to go in the first period. Boy, nothing would go greater right now for the Clockers than a power play goal in the final minute of play here in the first period to tie the game up. But the Hillers stout on defense so far. Jack Grimes hits the ice Dean Reap hits the ice after falling.
There.
Puck is still loose. Very dangerous play in front of the Clocker goal. 14 seconds and counting now to go in the first period. Clockers on the power play, but you couldn't tell right now with all the time the puck is spending in the Clocker defensive end. And another Dean Reap fan trying to get the pass off. And that'll do it for the first period.
Dean's looking frustrated out there. I hope he gets his head back in it.
Absolutely. So here at the end of the first period, it's Hillers 1, Clockers nothing. We'll head into the intermission. When we come back in the second period, Clockers have another minute 13 on the power play.
They'll take it.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break here for the intermission. We'll catch you back here on WACA-TV for second period action. Go Clockers.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, subs, roast beef, and more. Be sure to fill up with the Buffalo Chicken Calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com.
And welcome back to second period action. Loring Arena for Ashland Clocker hockey. The Clockers taking on their Tri-Valley rivals, the Hopkinton Hillers. If you're just joining us, you missed a heck of a first period. Hillers drawing first blood early in the first minute or so of play. And then the team going scoreless the rest of the way. The Clockers are going to start the second period off with a minute 13 left on a power play, but the Hillers win the draw. I'm Josh Abrams, joined today by Pete Clay.
How we doing?
Doing great, Pete. Glad to have you with us. And for all of you watching at home, glad to have you with us as well. Saturday afternoon hockey from Framingham at Loring Arena. Clockers and Hillers, longtime rivals. And the Hillers just drive this one all the way down to kill off some more of the penalty. 48 seconds and counting to go, and some big forechecking here by the Hillers. Right in front, right on the doorstep. That puck was never actually frozen, but the refs blew the whistle. It's going to be a defensive zone faceoff for the Clockers with 42 seconds to go on the penalty.
Kind of like the beginning of the game. They're coming out a little flat right now. We got to get this, get a little spark plug going here or something.
Let's see how this one plays out. They were flat to start off the first period, and it cost them with that early goal. Hopkins has just been swarming throughout this game.
They still got 42 seconds left on this opening power play. Let's see if they can make something out of it.
Fitzsimons takes the draw for the Clockers, but the Hillers win the draw, dump it behind the net. Bradica there to try and break it up a little bit, but the Hillers still in control. And now finally the Clockers clear it, but with no organization. Under 30 seconds to go on the penalty. That clearing attempt gets knocked down, so it's loose at center ice, and a bad turnover here.
Got a broken stick on the ice down there.
Okay, puck bounces its way into the near corner now. A lot of bodies flying. And here we go down the near wing.
Fitzsimons making a breakout here. He dumps it in.
I couldn't tell if that was a shot or a dump in. Oh, he had a man in the slot and didn't see him fast enough as that one flew through the goal crease. And the penalty is now over. Team's back to full strength. And the Hillers dump it all the way down.
They iced it.
Okay, so we finally get a stoppage here with 13:39 to go in the second period. Have a chance to finally clear that broken stick off the ice.
Not sure which player that was with. I'm going to guess it's a blue stick. I'm going to guess it's an Ashland stick.
They're bringing it over first to the penalty box and now to the Clocker bench.
There goes $150 down the drain. Maybe $200.
That's why I stuck with baseball, much less expensive sport. Offensive zone faceoff for the Clockers. It'll be Abkunis taking the draw for the Clockers.
Got a little offsides over there. We're going to retake it.
A couple players kind of crash on the circle there. Drawn back.
Grimes
kept in for a moment, but then out. Jake Brown was there for it and squirts loose. The Hillers in a foot race.
Ryan Abkunis will pick it back up.
Okay, loose puck down the far wing. Hillers pick it up, though, behind the net and around the boards. Abkunis first one in, dumps it behind the net again. Clockers trying to cycle and trying to make something happen. As you mentioned earlier in the game, Pete, they just can't seem to put together more than 2 passes at a time. And now Dan Kelly gathers for the Clockers all the way in center ice, misses a connection.
There's an icing in. Oh,
they waved it off.
Interesting.
Play continues with under 13 minutes to go in the second period.
It's cleared into the middle.
Yeah, that went.
Nobody there.
Took a weird kick off the boards.
And the ref took a tumble.
Between 2 Hillers.
There. Yeah.
You got to think it's not going to help the Hillers later on a close call. This one gets blocked aside by Jackson, the Hiller goaltender. Hillers come away with it on the near wing. Out to center ice. They don't have numbers on a line change, but carry deep into the zone. Centering pass hits the tape, but can't be handled. Into the corner now. Hillers still have it right out in front, unchallenged.
With it still.
How does he still have the puck? Incredible, but Connor Reed way out of the crease, taking out the angle and makes the save. We do get a stoppage with 12:18 to go in the second period.
Jack Resnick is just running around there like a little spider monkey.
Kid does have a lot of energy, Pete.
He does.
Hey, Tim Duane took the face-off that time for the Clockers. Puck winds its way to the near boards.
Dinsdale got pushed down hard.
Okay, Braddock
he's back up. He's got a little bit of a limp.
Braddock, a nice, easy clear out to center ice. Hopkinton dumps right back in, all the way around to the far side. Hiller will get to it first.
Alex Dinsdale is skating off to the side. He's looking injured, his knee or something. He went into the boards pretty hard.
Puck is still loose at center ice for a moment and now all the way back down across the goal line. Braddock with it. But here's a turnover. Hillers have a man. Elected to take the no-angle shot, blocked aside. It's all the way back to the point. One-timer deflected 3 times on the way to the net. No goal. Still loose in front. Clockers gather, and here they come. 3-on-1 at center ice if they hurry. That's Connor. Shot high. Blocked aside by Jackson. Puck falls into the near corner.
That was one of their better scoring attempts.
Probably the best scoring attempt of the night, Pete, for the Clockers. Still down 1-0 with just over 11 minutes to go in the second period.
It's kept in. Another shot on net. Oh.
Great follow-up attempt there by, I think that's Jake Brown.
It's cleared out.
Oh, correction.
Like
that was Painter.
Hopkinton switching up again. Yep. Ashland's trying to catch him short.
Tell you what, when Hopkinton makes a line change, they make a full line change.
They do.
All 5 guys come out. Puck cleared out to center ice and gathered in here by Dan Kelly. Had it to Painter for a moment. Again, Clockers not able to execute well with the passing so far tonight. Puck is all the way down to Brown, out to center ice. He had Fitzsimons, down into the far wing, gets ridden off the puck. Hillers control behind the net, where they are met and dumped behind the net. Big hit, no call.
That's a clean hit.
Bodies are starting to fly. Braddock gathers in and dumps right back in behind the goal.
One might say it's getting a little chippy out there.
Are we talking about the play or the ice right now, Pete?
We're talking about the play.
Because I was just, wasn't that long ago that the Zamboni was out here. There's a long centering pass knocked aside. Braddock with it. He's logging a lot of minutes right now. Hiller's forechecking, force it back behind the Clocker end. Gathered in by Kelly. Out to the blue line, still kept into the Clocker zone, and the Hillers have a shot if they want it.
That was
wide, long side. One-timer from the point, right on. Tried for the deflection and knocked into the net, I believe.
It went up into the net.
Okay, so I believe that should go out to center ice.
Nope, it was off the goalie, so it's going to be in the zone.
I thought maybe it was that Hiller defender or Hiller forechecker that deflected up into the netting, but it will be, as you said, Pete, it's off the Clocker goaltender, so a defensive zone faceoff for the Clockers. 9:35 to go. Hillers up 1-0.
Ryan Kunis with the face-off, and he wins it, but it's quickly turned back over to Hopkinton.
Again, the Hillers just always seem to have that extra step on the Clockers all night so far.
Trying to work this puck in.
Dean
we got
Reep,
Ryan Kunis with it.
Reep had a hero's attempt to stay onside on that play, and it somehow worked. Clockers reset, dumped right in on Jackson, and then decides smartly to freeze the puck. 9:09 to go in the second period. Hillers up 1-0.
We're going to have a face-off down here in the Ashland end.
Okay, it looks like we're going to get a full line change here for the Clockers. And Jake Brown's skating out. Looks like he'll be taking the face-off.
So it looks like Ryan Kunis might be taking it.
Okay. So with Brown, Brown flanking him, Reep on the Reep on defense along with Dan Kelly. Okay, it's tied up right at the circle. Clockers end up with control. Centering attempt goes right through everybody all the way to the near side. Now Reep controls in the point. Little pass there. Centering pass. Goal! Boy, that's
by Dan Kelly, number 11.
So quickly.
Just for the record, I think we missed it, but they were on a power play just then.
We did somehow miss that they were on a power play. So a power play goal for Dan Kelly with 8:55 to go in the second period. Ties this game at 1. And I think I'm hearing some Brass Bonanza getting played. That's the old Hartford Whalers song. So still 1:46 to go on the power play. They're not going to take this one off the board.
And it's
off. There it goes. Now it is off the board. Back to full strength.
Fitzsimons with won the face-off.
But that play, on that goal, Pete,
Nice save.
It went from like a broken play to a goal in seconds. It was just incredible how fast that turned. So Clockers with new life. We're deadlocked now. Our tie score 1-1, 8:42 to go. Defensive zone faceoff for the Clockers.
Looks like Liam Fitzsimons is going to take it.
Kicked back to the point, blocked.
Tipped. Oh, we're looking for a break. Oh, we almost had on a break.
Clockers could not clear the zone. Hope
Dan
it doesn't
Kelly couldn't
cost
get it
them.
out to him. Back up into the netting.
Okay, so that one goes off of Dan Kelly sticking into the netting. As you said, we're going to get a stoppage of play. Another defensive zone faceoff for the Clockers. 8:31 to go. We're tied at 1 here at Loring. You're watching Ashland Boys Hockey on WACA-TV. Puck again tied up right there at the dot, and the Hillers end up with it. Going behind the net. Kelly goes to fetch it, and now that's Fitzsimons. This puck is still not out of the zone. That's a dangerous pass. A bouncing puck loose in front. Somehow it didn't go in, and somehow the Hillers still have control. Back working behind the net now. And again, once again, full strength, and the Hillers just seem to be on the power play. Just moving the puck well, always the first one to a loose puck. Clockers unable to clear the zone. There's a shot that gets deflected multiple times, and now unaccosted right on, but no angle. So the shot went wide. Right again in on Connor Reed. I don't know if we ever saw it. We got a whistle without that puck ever freezing. Yep.
I think we've got a penalty down here. Might have a cross-check or something.
Looks like this one's going to go against the Clockers.
Cross-check on number 18.
Okay, it's Killian Painter going to hit the box. 2-minute minor for him. 7:48 to go in the period. And the Clockers, who just tied this game a couple minutes ago, now find themselves shorthanded in their own end. 2-minute power play staring them in the face. So it'll be Ryan Kunis again to take the draw for the Clockers.
It's good to see Alex Dinsdale
I was just
back
going to
out
say,
there.
I thought I saw that number 5 out there again.
Probably just took a stinger out for a knee or something like that.
Okay, Clockers played that one off the faceoff very well, threw it all the way back down to kill some time on the penalty. Jack Grimes on the forecheck here. The Hillers come out with it, flying at center ice, 2-on-2. Good stick handling there. Shot!
Big
save! I don't think Connor Reed knew he had saved that puck. Kind of looking around for it. But
number 19, Wyatt, and Tuska, I can't pronounce the last name, but he was flying down there.
Yeah, good luck on that. Ian Tosca looks good to me.
I think
Ian
I did all
Tosca.
right.
Yeah, no. 7:28 to go in the second period. Minute 39 to go on the Hiller power play. We're tied at 1. And the Clockers immediately, finally winning some draws and doing a great job of icing the puck. Again, Grimes on the forecheck, forcing the Hillers to make a play here, and they carry out to center ice. They gain the blue line now, working their way deeper into the zone. Setting up the power play now. Grimes the closest man to it. Back to the point, shot in, deflected a couple times. We got a tie-up in front and a whistle.
Not quite sure what we got.
Was that number 19 causing trouble again? Wyatt Ian Tosca? Ian Tosca? Okay, so stoppage of play, but no penalty. We're going to stay here with the Hiller power play. A minute 12 to go on that one, 7:01 to go in the period. Tie score 1-1 here on WACA.
That was some type of interference.
Okay. There's a quick whistle. I mean, again, that puck was loose when the whistle was blown. We're back underway here. And, again, Jake Brown just dumping it down. Under 7 to go. Clockers moving the puck well. Under a minute on the power play. Trying to set up in the Clocker zone. Nice stick check there by Jake Brown. Quick shot from the point, deflected.
Goal.
Got it on the rebound. And that's going to be a power play goal for the Hillers. I didn't quite catch the number. I'm trying to see, is that number 11? 12?
I think it was 12.
Okay. Certainly celebrating like he was the one who scored it. So James Hayward will get credit for the goal there to make it 2-1 on the power play. So again, the Clockers had just gotten a little energy, had just tied the game a few minutes ago, committed a poor penalty, a cross-check, and it burned them. Power play goal for the Hillers. They're up 2-1 with 6:34 to go in the second period. Center ice draw. Hillers control. Dumped in. Dan Kelly trying to control it in there in the corner. Hiller body went flying in front of the net. Might have been a cross check. There's a puck loose.
Looks like Jake Brown might have got away with one right there.
So Connor Reed freezes the puck. We're going to get a stoppage. 6:18 to go now with the Hillers up 2-1. Second period action. Liam Fitzsimons will take the draw here for the Clockers. Wins the draw. Brown works it around to the far corner. Thrown out in front. And it was a bouncing puck. Otherwise, that could have been trouble for the Clockers. Here come the Clockers now, flying at center ice across the blue line. Kelly throwing it out in front. He had a man who couldn't handle the pass. Right on the tape.
Ryan Kunis couldn't get it off his stick. Actually, take that back. That was Killian Painter.
Okay, so Painter trying to make amends for that costly cross-check. Clockers control. Connors at center ice, working his way down the far boards, gets ridden off the puck, but kept in by the Clockers, working deeper into the Hiller zone. As Painter gets ridden off the puck, still not out. Great forechecking by the Clockers. Painter trying to find his teammate in the slot, couldn't get it to him. The Hillers control in their own end. Going to be a third attempt to try and clear this puck out of the zone.
They're putting some good pressure on him right here, trying to save it in. And finally, Hopkinton clears it out, but that was some good pressure.
Absolutely. Clockers could not take advantage of a fanned attempt there, clearing attempt. And now the Hillers with a shot on goal here and control the puck in the Clocker end. That puck gets thrown into a melee of bodies, and then it cleared out to center ice. Here's a break. Kelly going in, trying to get control. Shot on his knees. Thrown in front and can't find the twine. We're going to get a whistle.
That was a great second effort. I think we're going to have a little trip here. Or a cross-check, possibly.
Okay, so the clock stops with 4:50 to go in the second period. Clockers down 2-1, but headed for the power play as number 24.
24, yep.
Aiden Kaleri, who scored the first goal of the game, takes a seat on the bench. 2-minute minor for him. Clockers on the power play in an offensive zone faceoff, looking to get the even this game up at 2. Here in the second period, Kunis taking the draw for the Clockers.
And that was a well-deserved penalty there to get a power play out of that. That was some good hustle.
Draw one by the Clockers. Quick one-timer by Reap.
It's covered up.
We get the whistle. I don't think Reap was able to get a lot on that shot. It was kind of, his momentum was taking him away from the net, but he threw it on net, and you just hope for the best at that point, right? Hopefully the goaltender can't handle it, loose puck, have somebody pounce on a rebound. Kunis again taking the draw for the Clockers. He's got Oliver Leroux right behind him.
It's kept in by number 9, Dean Reap.
Yep. That was like a slap shot pass, and it certainly did not work out well.
I don't think that was a pass.
Well, the Hillers come out 2-on-2. Good stick check there, but it's still loose. Okay, going to slow things down a little bit, and then quickly ahead.
A little turnover down here.
Yep, Clocker still looking a little discombobulated on the power play. But here's a break, 19. Kunis again, trying to set things up now. He's under heavy pressure. Puck is right at the goal line. Trying to get behind the net. Thrown out in front. Puck is loose and now behind the net. Clockers are getting a couple of opportunities here. Let's see if they can take advantage. 107 and counting on the power play. Kept in at the blue line. Oh, and a little extra shot there by Alex Dinsdale. So another shot gets thrown on net. Centering attempt gets blocked aside. Tied up in the corner. And this icing will work out for the Hillers. 3:43 and counting in the period. Under a minute to go on the power play. Dinsdale chases this one down behind his own net, bringing it out. Crossing the blue line, dumps in here, looking for some help. Follows his own shot or pass, what have you. The Hillers answer right back, throw it right back on goal. A little forechecking here as Bradica picks it up and wheels behind his own net. Coming back out with it on the backhand now.
Back to Grimes.
Yep.
Grimes going to try to pass it back up through the middle.
Grimes in a little bit of trouble trying to find Bradica. The puck is loose on the far boards. And the Hillers happy to carry that one right back out to center ice, play a little four corners, and finally dump it all the way down at a
into the net.
Bad idea there.
Bring it outside the zone.
Yep. Should be an offensive zone faceoff for the Clockers with 2:58 to go in the period. 8 seconds left on the penalty. Penalty, of course, called on number 24 for the Clockers.
So they might get one shot off here if they can win the faceoff. That'll be a...
And it'll all be thanks to a mistake by that Hiller player to throw the puck into the net. They do win the draw. Quick shot on net, bounced a few times and knocked aside. That'll just about do it on the penalty. Still loose in the corner. Clockers get to it. On the wing, quick shot. Jackson didn't know where it was after it deflected off his glove, but here come the Hillers flying at center ice and across the blue line. Dump pass. Dropped in. Quick shot sails high and wide. Clockers are able to get it back out to center ice. And the Hillers dump back in. Delay offsides is waved off. And here we go. Under 2:25 to go in the period. As Jake Brown gets ridden off. Hits the ice hard. Center pass right up the middle. And here come the Hillers with a break. Nice stick check there to knock it aside. Dan Kelly on that play. Centering pass finds only a Clocker stick, but the Hillers still somehow have control here and then
enough
carry
pressure
back
to get
out.
it out.
Final 2 minutes of play here in the second period. End-to-end action at Loring Arena between Ashland and Hopkinton.
And Hopkinson's got a 2-1 lead. Ashland's looking to tie it up here before the end of the period. They've had a couple of opportunities, just come a little short.
Clockers dump it right back in.
Dinsdale with a clear back.
Under a minute 40 to go now. Hillers with control in their far corner. It's a long pass. Those are always dangerous, Pete.
They are. Looks like Dinsdale was on top of it.
That play read beautifully by Dan Kelly, and he carries across the blue line. Pass. Try to get around. Chase Garsha tried to get around a defender. Clockers have control behind the net. Back over here to the near wing. Hillers bring it out, and they've got a man with some
going
speed.
after him.
Dinsdale goes all out.
Nice save.
I'll tell you what, the Hillers with 3 great opportunities on that play. Clockers get away with one. We've got an injured Clocker, perhaps
It's
not.
like Grimes.
Okay.
I think he's okay.
He's staying out there. Under a minute to go in the period. Full strength, both teams. Nifty little move there, but Grimes wasn't buying. Dumps it out to center ice. Dumped right back in. Here's Bradica now. Little crisscross. Working it behind the net into the near corner. 35 seconds to go in the period.
Gotta get,
and a whistle.
got a penalty.
Got the back ref making that call.
Slash.
That's a slash.
I think it's on, it might be on number 5, Alex Dinsdale. It is.
Okay, Dinsdale heads to the box. So last period it was Hopkinton with a 2-minute minor in the
mirrors
final.
the first period,
Yep.
but for the opposite side.
Opposite way, so it's a mirror. You got it. So 33.7 seconds to go. The Clockers shorthanded and a defensive zone faceoff for them. Tied up right at the circle. Back for the Clockers. Nice job. Under 30 seconds to go. Good forecheck here by Dean Reap. Hillers come out to center ice. They've got 2-on-2 if they hurry. Centering pass, nice idea, but read beautifully by the Clocker defense and thrown all the way back down.
Good clear.
12 seconds to go. Reap again on the forecheck with heavy pressure behind the net.
Got to put the pressure. You don't want to give up one now. Looks like they're just going to, we'll see what happens here.
3 seconds to go.
One last shot.
Yep, dumped in on Reap. Bradica has it, and that will do it for the second period. So each team scores a goal. Unfortunately,
we were already down one.
We're going to tally that one on for Hopkinton.
It looks like Hopkinton's going to start the third period with a minute 26 on the power play. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let's see if they can come out. Ashland can come out with a little bit more fire this third period. Keep it up. Keep the game close.
Okay, Pete. Maybe we should send you down to the locker room. Let the players know about that advice. We're going to take a quick break here on WACA-TV. Go ahead, Pete. You got it. It's Hillers 2, Clockers 1. Boys hockey on WACA-TV. We'll see you back here for third period action.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, subs, roast beef, and more. Be sure to fill up with the buffalo chicken calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com.
And welcome back to third period action, Loring Arena in Framingham. It's Ashland hockey versus their Tri-Valley rivals, the Hopkinton Hillers. If you're just joining us, where you been? For 2/3 gone by. Josh Abrams, Pete Clay here with you at WACA-TV. Pete, bring us up to speed.
Well, we got a close game here. It's been a great game so far. Hopkinton came out early. We tied it up, and then on a shorthanded bid, the Hillers kind of went ahead 2-1. And now we are here starting with Hopkinton having a minute 26 of power play to start. So let's hope that Ashland can come out a little hot here and avoid an additional goal coming through.
Okay, sounds good to me. Again, coming into tonight, Clockers 3-7-3, the Hillers 10-2-2. But from this 2-1 score, you'd never know such a disparity in records.
Exactly. Yeah, and I know that I think the last time they played each other, what was the score there we got up there? It was a 3-3 tie back in December. And it looks like it might be heading towards that way right now. That's the best I think we could hope for at the moment until they tie it up. So let's see what happens.
You heard Pete Clay. Here we go. Third period action. We're underway. Hillers on the power play for another minute 22. Have control of the puck. Working their way through center ice across the blue line. Looking to set things up. Shot on goal. Whistles wide. But the Hillers have it there on the near boards. A lot of activity there in front of the net. Here's a shot through a screen.
Hit the pipe.
Goaltender's best friend. Hillers hit the post again. Puck loose behind the net, working its way to the corner and back around the other side. Connor Reed on his knees, skating post to post right now. Blocked aside, terrific play.
With a big turnover there. Oh, I take that back. That was Ryan Kunis.
And then forechecked it too. So 40 seconds to go on the power play. Hillers gain the blue line, working it deeper into the zone. Back to the point now. Quick give and go. Deeper behind the goal line. Still on the far boards, working ahead, down to 20 seconds on the power play, top of the slot. Wheeling his way down to the face-off circle. Centering pass no good. Puck is still loose at the feet. Hillers still have control. Again, back to the point, just cycling here. Not a clean pass off the boards. Back to the point, under 5 seconds on the penalty. Shot gets knocked aside, and we get a whistle.
I think we got another interference in front.
Might. Not sure if that, I mean, the play stopped once the puck hit an Ashland stick.
That usually means it's, oh, we got a penalty on number 19, it looks like, for Hopkinton. It looks like Ashland's going to turn this around, and we're at the end of one being down a player. They're going to be up a player.
Okay,
for the
so
next 2 minutes.
That calls on Wyatt Ian Tosca. We've been struggling with his name all night.
We'll just call him Wyatt.
Glad. Oh, we got coincidental minors actually,
okay,
Pete.
so it's going to be 5-on-5.
Okay. So instead of an offensive zone faceoff, it's a defensive zone faceoff for the Clockers. 13:33 to go. The team skating 5 aside. Clockers win this faceoff, working it ahead down the far side. Getting harassed the whole way is Nick Connors, all the way around the other side. And here come the Hillers, 2-on-2 at center ice, crossing the blue line and then ridden aside. Puck loose, finds its way behind the net to the far boards, picked up by the Hillers now. And again, they are looking like they're setting up on a power play, even though the teams are at full strength. 13 minutes to go now.
I broke it out. Oh, he couldn't get the clear out.
It's been that way all night, it feels like, Pete. This puck kicks all the way out and now into the corner. Dan Kelly tying things up, and now around to the near side. 18 is Killian Painter.
They're trying to poke it out. Looks like Fitzsimon was able to poke it clear, but not all the way out. It's back into the corner.
Puck on a diagonal down to the corner. Another.
Whiffed on it a little bit there.
Yeah.
But they were able to regain control, trying to get it out of the zone here.
This is Jake Brown. Working it ahead, still not out. And the second time works out. But here come the Hillers. Backhand attempt, shot high and wide. He had a window there, couldn't hit it.
He had an angle, just missed it.
Yep. This puck goes flying all the way across the rink, down all the way down to the far into the goal line.
They waved off the icing there.
Yeah, Painter was the one forechecking there. Puck
quick
loose, turnover.
They just can't seem to get something set up. They're all kind of skating backwards here for a minute.
2 players in the slot. Neither one of them could get a shot off. We're about 12 minutes to go in the third period. Hillers with the puck in the offensive zone. Trying to bring it out front. Met there by Dinsdale. Dinsdale picks it up. Works it on the far boards, but the Hillers still have it. The Clockers just cannot clear right now. Still loose. Working their way deeper into the Ashland zone. Dinsdale working hard back there. Clockers end up with it. Wrong side of the body. Couldn't hit the stick, but it does get out. And here come the Hillers again. They seem to have all the energy right now. This one blocked aside to center ice.
It is back and forth right now. This is what we were kind of hoping for.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's a break for the Hillers. Shot, fanned on it. A big break for the Clockers.
The ball is
puck loose
in front. It
multiple
went in,
whistles.
But it's no goal. It did pop in there, but it's no goal. The whistle blown prior.
Multiple whistles blew, before that one ever found the net. I think somebody's going off here.
They got some chirping going out there. Looks like number 12 is going off.
That's James Hayward. He's the one who scored the second goal for the Hillers, excuse me. So the penalty box is cleared from those coincidental minors, making room for James Hayward of the Hillers. 2-minute minor for him and an offensive zone faceoff for the Clockers. Just what we've been hoping for when those coincidental minors were called a few minutes ago.
It's going to be a big 2 minutes for the Clockers here.
Game could turn on these next 2 minutes, Pete. 11:18 to go in the game. 2-minute power play for the Clockers. Abkunis wins the draw. Back to Kelly. Shot on through a screen, no good. Off to the side. Gained by the Clockers. Back out to the point. Kelly kept in at the opposite point by Reap. Getting some pressure. Works it deeper in. Misconnect on the pass, but the Clockers somehow still have it. Now onto the near side. Kept in by Kelly.
They're trying to get the rotations right.
Connors threw one on net through a screen. Gets blocked aside. Play continues. Hillers have it and clear at the almost length of the ice, and that's a bad break for the Clockers. Kelly had knocked down that puck to keep it from going all the way down, but it almost became a turnover. Clockers not able to get the power play set up in the offensive zone that time, and we get a rare offsides, and Reap make that, is that Leroux? I'm having trouble with the number there. As the helmet popped off, and he is unhappy.
I think it's Kunis.
He ducked under a check there. So a minute 14 to go on the Clocker power play, 10:32 to go in the game. Clockers down 2-1, and it's going to be a defensive zone face-off for the Clockers here.
That was number 6 all over Leroux.
Okay, so it was Leroux. Took exception to that check right at the boards. No penalty.
No penalty, but it's coming again in the Ashland area for a face-off.
Okay, it looks like Kunis on the draw for the Clockers. Somebody getting booted here?
I don't think so. A little too early.
I guess maybe the rest are figuring out where they're going for dinner after the game. Plenty of good options here around the Loring Arena. Sky to center ice. Clockers trying to force it in. No good. Hillers regain. Dump it right back in at the blue line. Clockers regain control. 10:20 to go. Minute to go on the power play. Reap carries in. Finds a teammate. That's Kunis. Good pass back to Dinsdale. The shot blocked aside by a defender in front of the net. And the Hillers skate out. They've got a 2-on-1 if they hurry.
Nice.
Defender plays the puck carrier wisely, blocks the pass, but this is all happening on a Clocker power play.
That was Chris Bradica with the breakup there. That was a nice play. He saw that they were down a guy on a 2-on-1, and he did a great job.
Reap seemed to force that one. He tried to one-time it right at the blue line. Really unnecessary. It gets caught. Now the puck is deep in the Clocker zone. 20 seconds to go on the power play, but the Hillers are swarming. Reap split, makes the save on a nice split there.
It's going to be clearing here. Oh, that's not Dinsdale.
It's Grimes.
It's Grimes.
But way off size is Dan Kelly. This one will come back out to center ice. 8 seconds to go in the power play. 9:26 to go in the game. The Clockers still down by 1.
8 short seconds left on this power play, but I'm not quite sure it's going to make much of a difference.
Not from a center ice faceoff, it's not. So again, here at Loring Arena, Ashland and Hopkinton, it's senior night for the Clockers. Down 2-1, trying to even the score as we get late into the third period. Kelly gathers this one in and heads deeper into his own zone. Heavy forechecking here. Picked up by Leroux. He'll go back behind the net. Clockers really struggling here right now with some defensive pressure from the Hillers. Nice soft pass, gets it out. Flying at center ice, that's Painter. Ridden off the puck. And the Hillers throw it to the far end. They're going to come right out with this one. And we get a whistle in the middle of a play, yeah. Painter with a collision at center ice.
They're not going to call anything. Oh, we got one guy trying to figure out if they called a penalty here.
Painter's heading off.
Painter's heading off. And we got a matcher.
Yeah.
Nope. I can't tell. We'll find out. Nope, looks like just Painter.
Wow.
He's going off.
Okay, so I believe that's Painter's second penalty of the night. The last one did result in a power play goal for the Clockers. This isn't what they needed. 8:48 to go, down 1, and now shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. Fitzsimons takes the draw and loses it. Hillers draw it back to the point. Shot on wide short side, gathered by the Hillers. Hillers work it back to the point, cross ice to the opposite point. Not handled cleanly, but still in control.
That was a 2-minute roughing penalty back then.
Okay.
I didn't see much happening down there, but apparently the refs did, and I guess that's all that matters. Looks like Ashland's going to try to clear this thing out.
Still can't get it out. They've got it. This unit has to be getting tired at this point. They've been on the ice a while.
Number 6.
That's Leroux.
Leroux.
Bodies continue to fly. Good poke check there by Fitzsimons. Ties his man up. 2-on-1 now on the boards.
They're just trying to kick it out here, and they finally able to clear it out.
A little extracurricular activity there. Keep another extra hit, and they're going to call that one. Got to call that one. An extra cheap shot 19, hit on Nick Connors.
Yeah, 19 thought he was going to get away with it, but he didn't.
He's too big to be able to hide.
Yeah, they were watching him. They were watching him.
Such a foolish penalty. So the teams are going to skate 4 aside for the next minute 9. And then the Clockers go on the power play for 51 seconds.
That's some good math you got there. I had to take out my abacus for that one.
I'm usually the math challenged one here on the broadcast. So thank you, Pete.
I might call you a mathematician.
Okay, let's see if some open ice helps out the Clockers. They've been struggling on the passing game all night. They win the draw here in the offensive zone, but the Hillers able to regain control, knock it all the way down. Reed thought he was going to get an icing call. Didn't happen.
There's no icing on this one.
Hillers controlled their own blue line, but a misfire and an offsides. I don't know if Reed saw it. Well, or is that Apkunis? That's Apkunis. I don't think he saw that he was skating into an offsides.
Yeah, and I think he was hoping Grimes would have gotten out there a little quicker, but
7:41 to go in the period. Clockers down by 1. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 52 seconds, and then the Clockers go on the power play.
That face-off is outside the zone. Apkunis loses the face-off, but
here come the Hillers. They've got numbers if they hurry. Good pass there. Off the skates, the stick, no good. Clockers wind it around and
too much.
Out to center ice. Clock continues to run here. 35 seconds to go on
iced it.
The penalty. Interesting decision there. Reminds me of, I think, last period, right? When the Hiller threw that puck from his own blue line into the net behind the, like.
Kind of an unnecessary icing there.
Completely unnecessary, but a big break here for the Clockers if they can take advantage. Dean Reep taking the face-off here, kicking it back to Kelly. One-timer.
Got deflected.
Well wide. Right in front. Oh, Reep had a shot at it there. From the top of the slot, Kelly's make that Brown shot gets blocked aside. 20 seconds to go, and then we're on a Clocker power play. 4-on-4 hockey right now.
Get out of the zone.
Is that Leroux?
It is.
Okay. Kelly skates around, but gets the puck taken away. Leroux kicks it back to Brown. Last 5 seconds of the penalty, and the Clockers go on a power play. Shot by Brown, way high, short side, and cleared out to center ice. Clockers on a power play for the next 40 seconds as Dan Kelly gathers behind his own net, and the Hillers come out with some fresh legs.
It's going to be an important 36 seconds remaining here.
Way offsides. Player's able to clear it, so knocked down by a high stick, no call. And here come the Hillers at center ice. They've got a foot race here. I thought it was going to be a breakaway. Good tie-up.
Nice save.
Somehow Reek got a blocker on that, a pad. 15 seconds to go on the Clocker power play, and yet the puck is in the Clocker end. Kelly gathers in. He's in no hurry. Behind his own net. Misfire to Painter. Puck gets dumped back into the Clocker end. Kelly behind the net, brings it out himself. He's under pressure
now, so here we go.
Here goes Reep at center ice. Drop pass, no good, but somehow finds a stick for the Clocker. Top of the slot, shot, Bradica.
Big save.
Reep in the corner now. Back up top to Bradica, one time, deflected. Shot, blocked aside again. He couldn't get anything on it. It was Fitzsimons with that shot. Back to center ice, Bradica regrouping. Cross ice now.
Some good pressure right now.
Clocker's a little touch pass, but it goes right to the Hillers. There's a fan. Big break there for the Clockers, but they've got to clear. It's crazy on the ice right now. Just over 5 minutes to go in the game. Clockers down by 1. They have control at center ice. Dumped in, but blocked aside right by the line. The Hillers are able to clear. And Pete, with 5 minutes to go now in the game, you got to wonder how soon will the Clockers pull the goaltender and attempt to get that tying goal on net?
We will have to wait and see. It's far too soon already, but.
Okay, Bradica chases this one down behind his own net. He's got Dinsdale with him. This one goes attempted to Tim Dwayne, but the Hillers keep it in. Again, cycling in. Bradica has it fall at his feet. Kept it again at the top of the slot. Dumped into the corner. Dinsdale, the huge windup, but can't clear the zone. Hillers still have it. Stick check doesn't work. Hiller goes diving by. The puck is loose in the slot, and finally the Clockers come away with it. But they can't. The puck gets dumped right back in again. Clockers get a couple fresh bodies out there. Bradica clears it ahead now to Fitzsimons. He's got Grimes, and he couldn't put his stick down.
Oh, he's saying he tipped it. No icing.
No
on the play.
icing. 4:10 to go now. Far boards. Kept in for a moment. Still in. But the Hillers are going to gather. Get the clean clear. Under 4 minutes to go. Gains the blue line. Shot on.
Big save. Big blocker save.
Knocked aside. Grimes has it. Clears it ahead quickly to Reap.
Reap is going to skate down that.
It feels like Reap has moved into a forward position instead of defense. His pass gets knocked aside. Puck is loose and then picked up right at the Hopkinton blue line. Intercepted pass there by Jake Brown. He forces it into the near corner.
Pass it across the front. We get a little play here.
Oh, he had a man on the slot. It was just too hot to handle. Bounced off the off the ice, off the skates. Here's an
errant pass.
Oh, that
missed it. He would have been.
That one had goal written all over it. A loose Dean Reap in the slot. And now we've got an extra late whistle here with 3:18 to go. Clockers down 2-1. Defensive zone faceoff for the Clockers.
3 minutes 18 to go. Full throttle, both teams right now.
Fitzsimons taking the draw for the Clockers.
Ashland wants one, and Hopkins doesn't want to give up one.
Tied up in the circle, back to the point. Shot on through a screen, never reached the net. And here's a break if he can hurry. Is that Leroux?
Makes it across.
Gets a shot on goal. Now just sticked aside by the goalkeeper, Jackson. Back to the point. Kelly throws one on net, but it gets knocked aside again. Behind the net, still loose. Bouncing puck goes right onto a Hopkinton stick. They've got a 2-on-1 if they hurry.
Player over the blue line.
Literally. Kelly with it now into the corner. A little give and go. Quickly ahead to center ice.
Oof.
I don't know if that was onside. It wasn't called, but it doesn't matter.
That was questionable. But they got away with one, but it broke it up here.
Hopkinton got away, got the puck in the middle of a line change. Going to jump right back into the fray. 2.5 to go. Shot on net. It seemed to handcuff Reed, but finds its way to the corner.
Reed he got lucky on that one. That thing just got just enough of it.
Did that catch like the heel of the stick?
I don't know. I think it hit the blocker, but
it just bounced very strangely there. Here's a break for the Clockers. Shot thrown aside. Wide short side. It kicks right out into the slot, but there's no Clocker to gather it. The Hillers come out to center ice. 2 minutes to go now.
Ashland's looking gassed. They got to make quick changes here.
It's Dwayne, throws it out to center ice.
That's going to be an icing call. That's icing.
Oh, just got over the goal line for the icing. Tough break there for the Clockers.
Once
minute
again,
48.
Back in the day, that would have been pretty. That would have been
Make it a minute 47 to go in the third period. So this one comes all the way back. So Clockers aren't able to pull the goaltender just yet. 2-1 game. Hillers on top.
No, it's icing. It's going to go down here.
Okay, just a reminder to all our fans watching here on the live stream. First of all, really glad to have you with us here on a Saturday afternoon. We've got a timeout on the ice. Just a reminder, of course, that all of these games live streamed are available on demand here on YouTube. Just head back over to the WACA channel on YouTube for not just hockey, all the sports we cover. Boys basketball, girls basketball. We can go back into the fall sports with soccer, football. I think we have got a field hockey game in there someplace as well.
I'm probably looking to get a couple of lacrosse games in maybe this year. That'd be good too. We'll see. I know I'll beat every one of them.
All depends on the start time for those games, but happy to cover some games here on WACA-TV. Speaking of which, happy to talk about it. Metro West Daily News ran a nice feature on us this week on WACA-TV.
It's a wonderful, wonderful piece on you and your son. They did a great job. You should be proud.
Thank you, very. And, of course, your son was also mentioned in that article. We've gotten him onto a few games this year, Pete. He's doing a great job.
He's done more than I have, which is great.
And, of course, we have Jeff and Alicia, our director and one of our camera people for the basketball game. So it really is a multi-generation
family affair
at WACA-TV. Want to also mention Metro West. They've been really busy with Ashland this week. Ran a great feature on Nora Quitt and the wrestling team.
Oh, did they? I missed that one, actually.
Yeah, again, Ashland Hopkinton had their annual wrestling meet earlier this week. And, again, nice feature on Nora, who's, one of the top wrestlers in the state at this point, but also the growth of the girls wrestling program in Ashland.
That's great.
Okay, I thought we were back underway here. Third period action off the timeout. They had a false draw in the circle. Are they going to pull this thing back out to center ice?
Not quite sure what they're going to do here. Nope, they're going to do it again.
Okay. This ref's doing a lot of gesturing.
I'm still curious how this icing didn't come on the other end. We do have an empty net down here, so we do have a man
call,
up.
Pete. I didn't caught that. So an empty net.
Ashland's got 6 people down here in the zone.
That's going to trickle out to center ice between the two defenders. Quickly moved over to Dan Kelly. Give and go with Brown.
That's a scary pass through the middle.
In the NHL, it's like a one-way ticket down to the minors. That's
an icing.
Yep. Again, Hopkins a little too eager there to go for the open net. I mean, they're only up a goal. Minute 30 to go. So that's the danger. You go for the goal and you miss, it's an icing. At least from there.
Correct.
Okay, another offensive zone face-off on the near boards, the near circle for the Clockers. Reap is going to take the face-off here. He's got Kunis with him.
It's a big face-off right here.
Leroux at the point.
He didn't win it. And it's a clear, and that might...
Nope, just missed another icing. I feel like we're playing icing roulette right now, empty net roulette. So a minute 23 now to go in the game. Clockers still down by 1. And then third consecutive offensive zone face-off for the Clockers. No changes for the personnel on ice. Reap taking the face-off. Picked up by Grimes, I think. Leroux to Kelly. Through a screen. Leroux couldn't keep it in. We've got a foot race heading for the corner. 5 players. Kelly gets there first, gets it up ahead to Reap. Reap avoids a check, carries across the blue line, throws it in on net, blocked aside. Loose behind the net now. Grimes working the forecheck.
Great job keeping it in.
Reap gets it deeper into the zone. Grimes pouncing on it, into the corner. Puck is just bouncing around there in the corner, comes out to the slot, but right onto a Hiller stick. Lifts it high in the air to center ice. Blocked aside by Kelly. Almost a baseball backhand swing.
Right
tough shot. Hope that hit some pads.
Nope, that hit his foot. That's still probably leave a little mark.
That's going to leave a mark, absolutely. Here's a shot for the Hillers that sails short side wide. And we've got a penalty. That's going to go against the Clockers with 15.2 seconds to go. Another slashing call. And it looks like Grimes might be hurt right there at the door to the bench.
Yeah, we got 15 seconds left. They're going to keep the empty net. Oh, no, their goalie's coming back in.
They have to. I mean, again, penalty is going to get called on the Clockers. That's number 11, Dan Kelly.
And it's going to be in their zone.
With the slash. So you're going from 6 skaters to 4 with the goaltender. 15.2 seconds to go in the game. 2-minute power play for the Hillers. They're up 2-1 against the Clockers. Fitzsimons takes the draw, but the Hillers win it. Puck gets dumped deep into the corner. Hillers just looking to kill some clock here. 5 seconds to go, and that will do it. Final seconds tick down. And that's your final tonight. Tough loss here for the Clockers. 2-1 to the Hillers. So the Hillers are going to
advance to 11-2-2.
Oh, you had that memorized. Good work. So yeah, they do. They move up to 11-2-2. They are currently ranked number 21 in the MIAA Division II power rankings. 3 regular season games left. Their next game is Saturday morning at 10:30 against Medfield, while the Clockers drop, unfortunately, to 3-8-3. They are ranked 22 in MIAA Division IV power rankings with 4 games left after tonight. A win tonight would have really helped them in the power rankings.
It would have.
So, again, if the season ended today, they make it. They go to the postseason. But that future is still very much in doubt. Clockers' next games are back-to-back next Friday and Saturday against Medfield and Holliston. Pete, any final thoughts?
No, I think they played them well. A 2-1 loss. It would have been nice if they could tie that up in the third period, but they played that D2 team pretty well. And it's always fun to play against Hopkinton. It's a close game, just as I think we were hoping and expected. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the close, again, a one-goal game, a lot of end-to-end action. You always prefer that over a blowout, in either direction. So, again, your final tonight, Hopkinton 2, Ashland 1. For Pete Clay, I'm Josh Abrams saying thanks for watching Ashland Boys Hockey on WACA-TV. We'll see you Tuesday night for boys basketball. Chase Abrams, Rob Silver on the call. Take care, everybody, and go Clockers.